Here is exactly what I didn't know before pulling my kids out of school. And when I knew it, I immediately pulled them out of the school system. Makes sense? Here's my assurance. My assurance is, if you're a high-achieving parent and you want a different test of education for your children, you believe that there is more that lies within them, and therefore the school system is not preparing them for the real world, for them to be creative, assertive, competent, productive in the real world. Guess what? When you understand the concept I'm about to share with you, you will realize that school is a toxic environment for your children. Makes sense? So what's the thing? By the way, who am I speaking to? I'm speaking to a high-achieving parent, you're a successful entrepreneur, business owner, thought leader, and you feel like your children hold something deep that weighs, but you cannot tell what it is exactly. Please hold on, stay with me. We are going to understand what that is, and you will be in position to put them in a place that is non-toxic. Makes sense? So what's the thing? Here's the thing. Understand the difference between vehicle and a destination. You didn't hear me. A vehicle and a destination. So a vehicle is not the point. Destination is the point. Vehicle is just a means that pulls you from point A to point B. Does that make sense? So what's the vehicle and the destination in this case? Education is a vehicle. Purpose is the destination. You didn't hear me. Education is just a vehicle. It's not the destination. So it's a thing most parents confuse. Kids are confusing. Schools are confusing. Teachers are confusing. Does that make sense? Because for them, they believe that education is the destination. No, it's not the destination. Stay with me. Sit down and relax. We're in class. You're learning. So when you ask most parents today, but why is your child in school? They cannot tell. He's in school to be educated. Oh, okay, yes, that's a vehicle. Going where? When you ask the schools themselves, why are kids in schools? To be educated, or going where? See, I ask you as a high-achieving parent, ask yourself this fundamental question. Why is your son, your daughter in school? And go on to ask the class teacher, but why is your daughter in school? Why is your son in school? Yes, go on and ask the head teacher, but why is your son in school? Why is your daughter in school? And when you figure out that the answer is not from a purpose end, but it's just rotating around a job title, I want you to hear me and hear me very well. They are just actors in a cinema that is pushing your child blindly to enter the future that is created for them, not of their own interest. Let's pick data here. Data shows that between 650,000 to 700,000 people graduate every single year. But let's continue. Out of the 700, it's only 90,000 that get the opportunity to be employed. And out of the 90,000, 80% of the 90,000 land jobs, not of their dreams. So they become unfulfilled. What do I mean by that? I mean they lack purpose, they lack meaning, they lack satisfaction. You understand? They do not have any sense of direction. So they feel they are stuck. There's something that is missing. Why? Because there was no destination as they were educated. They thought they were educated, but in actual sense they were miseducated. They were confused. Toxic information. Yes. I said that. Daniel Chulmira. So the fundamental thing you should look for in your child before putting your child in school is the destination, the purpose. What's the destination? What's the destination? Because when you do not hold clarity about the destination, even when you hold clarity about the vehicle is taking you nowhere because there is no destination. And that is what is happening in the school system, that they do not hold clarity about the destination, they hold clarity about the vehicle that is taking them nowhere. See, I don't care what seats, whether it's leather seats in the vehicle, as long as there is no destination, the vehicle has no meaning. DK said so. I remember when I pulled my kids out of school, Daniela was in middle class term 2, Derek was in baby class term 2. The first thing that helped me was figuring out the destination. And when I got certain about the destination, I realized that school is a toxic environment because purpose cuts noise. And the purpose gives direction. So you'll get to know what information must be prioritized to be fed on. You'll get to know what environment must your child be in, so that is not brainwashed, so that is prepared to be competent, creative, productive, assertive thinker in the marketplace. I do not want you to start from zero as a high achieving parent. I'm giving you a free tool. I term it to be the Kids Purpose Assessment Tool. I'm giving it to you for free. It comprises of 5 sections with 5 questions each. That is a total of 25 questions. And your role is to sit down with your son, your daughter, and you let the daughter, son answer the questions that are in the assessment tool. At the end, send back the assessment tool to me and the book. Schedule a 20 minutes call, free online call, where you and I are going to hold clarity about who exactly your child is. 2 things you're going to win at the end of the call. You are going to know what information must be prioritized to be fed on so that purpose is nurtured. Second, you're going to know what environment must your child be in so that is educated now, not miseducated, for you to nurture purpose, to fuel that internal engine in them. And you make them to be competent, productive, creative, assertive thinkers, tigers, leaders in the marketplace. Please, all you need to do is to comment the word assessment, and myself, I'm going to share with you the assessment tool. Just comment assessment, comment assessment, comment assessment. I remain DK. I'm just your boy. Cheers.